United, I mean, when I saw the team on Sunday, I thought he's gonna. If United lose here today, picking Casemiro alongside Fernandes, Bruno in the midfield, having travelled all that way, and then picking Harry and De Ligt together, knowing that they're quick. You know, Gakpo, Isak, obviously Salah there, and people.
But they also knew they'd be sitting in a lot. You know
I actually think that's the ground you get away with. Like,
yeah,
a little bit,
I think so.
Do you know what I mean?
think so.
It's a tighter play. It's all a bit fucking.
I know.
They got in once or twice in the first half.
Isak got in down that right hand side, and he should have scored.
He's got to score that.
He's got
That was like a Luke Shaw, though, that wasn't it?
Yeah, and he come off Maguire as well.
Yeah. But just in terms of that, he took a risk. He left Sesko out. He played Casemiro in midfield with Bruno. He played Harry and De Ligt. Didn't play Yoro, who's quicker. I think at the end of the game, if that had gone how everybody thought it would go, including us when we saw the team, I think he'd have been in
serious trouble.
He'd been in serious trouble. It was a big. He managed everything really well on Sunday. He got it right, didn't he?
Yeah, got it right.
Exactly. And when you win,
both
but when you win.
Everything's
right, isn't it? You get the result.
Yeah.
But the man's a genius. I give him a 5-year deal. Forget a 3. I give him a 5 year.
But you're right, Gal. What you said about the team he picked and going to Liverpool, Liverpool's team coming off the international break, having to do something to show people that we're still here. To pick that team and then beat them like he did. And I
don't think you ever win at Liverpool, though, do you, without having a bit of luck?
You have to have a bit of luck.
I remember they scored 2 there last year, and they could have won it last year. So maybe we're wrong to be completely writing United off, and I think they drew the year before that. That's when Van Dijk said United came and parked the bus. So United had their kind of memory of going to Anfield the last year or two, or a good memory. So the weekend was obviously huge.
Who they got next? United.
Brighton Saturday. Do you just think on his front three?
Good game for him.
I mean,
great game. FA Cup night.
Just thinking about the front three, he's got Sesko at 80 million quid, but he loves Mason Mount, doesn't he?
That's a head scratcher, I think, still for me.
You can tell he wants Mount in with Mbeumo and Cunha.
Playing Mount?
Well, Mount's playing, to be fair, on just off the left a little bit, but he's also doing a lot to get inside.
Is he like a left half?
He moves. Yeah,
he defends really well. He defends really well.
Left half.
He's a left half. I don't know that position.
Do you know what I think about Mount? He reminds me of, say, Darren Anderton, of Adam Lallana, players who connect to Jisung Park maybe a little bit, players who do that sort of ugly bit well, but they also connect and glue things with, like, he starts to press.
Yeah,
he also,
but he's doing well to get in the starting United team in Mount.
I think and
a lot of managers have loved him over the years. He was kind of a main man with England for a while. Chelsea, of course, and obviously the manager now wants to put him in. But it's, again, go back to stats. If you're an attacking player at United, stats when he's played really poor. So it's not as if you're going, I can see he's getting a lot of assists. His stats are really bad.
He's not popping up with big goals.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Jason Park, as you mentioned, there, he popped up with
assist scores.
He's not
the way that Mason Mount play, he can score those goals where he scores.
He's capable.
He's capable of doing it. Like, if he got to run it, I'm not saying he's going to get a run. If he got to run it, maybe he can then develop that. That's what they can use him as that player.
The other two, man, they're getting you up the pitch.
When you're in Mbeumo.
Last year, United United looked like they were going to get many goals. Everyone was looking at Bruno all the time.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, and as we know, when you're midfield and you've got your defenders, obviously Righty was attacker. If you've got a striker that can get you out of a jail, you go, fuck, it's brilliant.
Antonio Valencia get you up the pitch.
Yeah, running power and ball carriers. And when they're getting you up the pitch, you're having a breather. You're having a breather. Nice one. Even if they miss a chance, get us up there. And a goal after a minute and a half. What a start.
They've got to kick on from this now, and that's the key thing. They can't go back to square one in the next couple
of years. That's their first back-to-back wins, isn't it?
No, but you've got Brighton at home.
Game, really.
Got Brighton at home, Forest away. Those two matches now, you can see that United could be in a healthy position if they're to win those two matches.
And Welbeck.
You've seen Danny Welbs. That guy Welbs, bro. These finishes.
But then people are saying,
he's going to hurt United.
Should he go to the World Cup? And I'm like,
I love Danny Welbs.
Danny Welbeck and Rory McIlroy.
Righty, would you take him to the World Cup? Welbeck.
You know something? If Danny Welbeck has a season where he continues playing like that, his name will be amongst him. Absolutely, his name will be amongst him.
What was the last time he was involved in the England squad? Is it like donkey's years ago? Did he not?
He scored in tournaments for England.
How was Welbs now? That man, that guy.
Danny's got a great record for England.
Yeah.
You know, you could see like
to have a round, he wouldn't whinge if he's not playing.
Yeah, no, it is, but
34. Yeah, nothing. I'll still play.
He's not going to be a problem, is he? And he could go on and do a job if Harry Kane wasn't
having
playing.
a really good season.
Instead of Kane.
No, I'm saying like if he needed a sub, not to start, but like to come on. He's not going to be a problem around.
Is he better than Watkins?
coming off the bench.
I do like Watkins.
Yeah, but the thing is that Watkins will have the legs on stretching. That's the only thing that he'll have on Danny. But like, if we're talking about the experience and being up there, Danny could do a job without a doubt for me if he's still playing well. Like the way he took them chances with somebody who's he's right where he needs to be now in his head and finishing. Both of them. You see, the first one, brilliant, dinked it over, and the goalie was really close, Roy. But the second one, the amount of people in and around the goal, people just, they don't take notice of that. He done that on purpose, because I'm thinking, I'm coming onto it, I'm going to whip it in there. He's done that wham in there, and it was like perfect. That is somebody who's ready to go.
It's like Gabby Swore.
Brilliant. Pleased for him.
But I wonder if the England manager would be looking at him. Sometimes you take a gamble with a player, don't you? Go, do you know what?
If I was him,
right, they can bring 20. Can they bring 20?
There's a lot of players now, isn't there?
I'd be right now with Danny Welbeck, and you're looking at the sparseness in our forwards. You're thinking to yourself, I'm too cool. I hope he carries on the way he's playing this season, because if he does, he's got half a chance.
Yeah.
Well, he's been like that for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Is he a good lad?
Well, United wanted him
back. Is he a great lad? Is he a great lad?
He's a great lad.
Great lad to be around.
A great lad.
He is a great. You see, Bruno's ball in is. I think it's very underrated how good that was.
It wasn't. Not from us.
The technique for him to put that back in there on the volley was just like
brilliant.
It was brilliant. But what I liked about this Man United side, there was something about their celebration. If Arsenal celebrated like that after just winning a game, like people would have went crazy. There's something about the celebration where you felt, you know what, that's something I felt something from there. You did feel something from him simply because that might be the one that makes them believe, yes, come on.
Yeah, but we've said that a lot of the one we let's see Saturday. Be by Brighton Saturday.
Do you know what
Liverpool are not doing great, but they've gone there and beat them.
Brighton's a harder game in the strange way than Liverpool, because they'll maybe get a bit more possession, and that's where they can get found out, maybe on the counter-attack. When the game was open the last 20 minutes, that's where United looked a bit. But when you have to sit deep, the easiest thing for defenders when you're playing with 3 centre-halves is defend crosses. It's when you're getting up the pitch and people are run off the back of you. But that's another challenge. Yeah, enjoy the victory. Do you know what they need, Riley? This United, get a result against, build some momentum. He's not built any momentum since he walked into the club. He's got a chance now after Liverpool win, going, Brighton, try and win the game, but don't lose it. And all of a sudden you go, all right. Things are looking better, particularly
at home. Why do they do better against the better teams? Or is it because in that moment it's like, right, we've got a chance to...
And you can sit in.
Nobody expects anything from
And you're sitting in, Scotty. When you're sitting in,
it's much easier.
And you've got a bit of pace up front, it's a chance. The next step for United over the next few months is, brilliant. The next step now for United is, can you dominate teams and whatever? And that's a bigger challenge. Because United's a bigger problem. Then we'll be getting done on the counter. A bit like the first goal at Brentford, where United getting a bit of joy. And even against Liverpool the other day, when United were getting a bit excited and going up the pitch, that's when Liverpool started picking them off. So that's the next challenge.
I think the keeper going more direct, and then I thought the second balls from United were really good, whereas last season we're seeing them trying to play through the thirds and they just couldn't do it.
Isn't it bizarre? We're now praising teams for not playing up from the back. Because the last 2 or 3 years we're like, oh, it's a lovely style. We're not praising them for not taking risks at the back. You're saying brilliant management, just a bit of common sense. Lads, don't be getting the Liverpool crowd up and losing the ball on the edge of your box.
Just going back to Liverpool 1 second, would you leave Mo Salah out momentarily if you were Arne Slot?
I wouldn't. I think he's got too much quality.
Well, again, they're working him. You don't know what they're like in training, Evan, around the place, his energy levels. But if he's not at it, he should be able to drop him.
Of course you should. Nobody should be.
No one's undroppable.
Right.
But at the same time...
and he's not playing very well.
No, he's not playing well. I watched him, and obviously there's something that he's not allowed. He doesn't have to come back and help defensively. Now, if you haven't got someone like Trent to release him when he's in that phase where he's free, where you got someone who can hit him straight away, then he looks exactly what he looks like now. They've taken that away from him. They've taken that away from Mo Salah. He can't get that ball early. He can't get that great ball from Trent, and he can't go and do his thing. When you look at him now, he just looks like a passenger.
So what does
and he signed a new mega deal.
Yeah. He looks like a passenger.
What does Arne Slot do?
Well, they're trying to find creative ways of we're talking about Trent who can create something out of nothing.
That's not the issue. They're creating chances. They're creating.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for Mo. Even though he's missing, he's not creating as much as they could be doing. What they could have been doing with Trent. They are creating chances, but why is Mo so stagnant? He's missing. Something's missing from his game. What is gone? Something's gone from him.
His goals are missing, aren't they? I always thought, even when he was scoring goals, Mo Salah, he looks ugly at times, you know what I mean? Some of the stuff he does, it bounces off his legs.
You forgive anything though, don't you, when they're scoring?
That's what I'm saying. He does some of the worst stuff you'll see from a centre forward.
Like even the chance he had the other day, did you see the chance?
I was worried. I was worried, to be honest. But you know what? I thought fair play to the manager, because I think he got his tactics absolutely spot on. And I think bringing Harry Maguire in, I don't know whether that was through injury or had to, and I said it a few weeks ago, and he's such an important player for Manchester United. I know he got the winning goal, but his leadership qualities at Anfield, experience, it was 100% the right decision, and massive call from him, and tactically I thought Man United was spot on today.
Do you agree, Kay?
Yeah, I think he did, to his credit. Ruben Amorim has got a win at Anfield on his CV, and that's going to do him the world of good going forward as well. I felt like Luke Shaw had a good game as well. He was tracking his runners and stuff. I was really impressed with him. When he's fit, Luke Shaw is a great player, but it's just the fitness element of it that's an issue with it. And it was great to see a goal for Mbeumo. I think the fact that we didn't have an out-and-out striker starting at first really confused Van Dijk and their defence. He kept getting dragged out wide. One of his strengths is his positioning, but it felt like where you had Kirkez dealing with, I think it was Ahmad, like he didn't know who to go to at any point in time. And yeah, it was great. It was great to watch.
I thought Van Dijk, for the first goal, I thought he was really at fault. It was similar to the goal against Chelsea, where he's gone for the initial header, and I think he's gone into the back of McAllister, and then he didn't switch on quick enough. And then Mbeumo, I think he was five yards ahead of Mbeumo, and he switched off, and then Mbeumo's gone in behind him, and we've seen that a lot this season from him. And I don't know if it's a bit of complacency after winning the Premier League title last season, or what that is, but it's not something you really associate with Van Dijk, and I think it's a few times this season now, so I think that's a bit of a concern for Liverpool. But take nothing away from Man United, I think positionally, as you said then, Ahmed was causing problems. He was always in between, so Liverpool didn't know who to pick him up, and I thought, as I said, tactically, with going with no striker, it really worked and caused Liverpool big problems.
Yeah, talk me through that goal, Wayne, and what you liked about it from Mbeumo, because it did feel, obviously it was important, but given where he is in his Manchester United career as well. Yeah,
well, I think initially he's sandwiched in between McAllister and Van Dijk comes through the back of him and hits Mbeumo, he hits McAllister, but what we've seen is a great reaction. He got up, seen the ball had gone out wide, and he reacted and ran forward, and it sometimes, that sounds simple, but that's such a big attribute to have. He just ran forward in a straight line, and Van Dijk didn't. He switched off, and it was a great pass. Ahmed played the pass, great pass, and a lovely finish from him. So for me, he's been Man United's standout player all season, and he hasn't got his reward for his hard work and his sacrifice he's done for the team throughout the season. But I thought it was a great goal, and I'll be honest, I was a bit sceptical when Manchester United signed him. I didn't know whether he had the ability to come play for Man United, but he's proved me wrong, and I think he's been a great addition to the team, and by far Man United's best player this season.
Yeah, whatever he does now in a United shirt, Kay, doesn't matter, does it? Because he scored against Liverpool.
well, do you know what as well, though? The thing is, when you've got a player that's got that level of tenacity and never say die and runs after loose balls and keeps running and does what you need, for a Manchester United player, that should be the absolute bare minimum. Running around and showing that you care should be the absolute minimum, and he does that in abundance. And he's got a level of quality as well. You saw last season with the level of assists and goals he has, and now he's starting to put numbers on the board for United as well. Like, I think he's going to be a fan favourite very soon.
Yeah, that is such a huge win, I think, for the manager. And listen, I've been one of them. I've questioned decisions, I've questioned tactics, I've questioned players' desire over this season and last season, and that win is massive. To win at Anfield is not easy to do, and to go there and after international break, I think what the confidence that gives the players, the manager, and I'll be the first to say, you know what, he got it absolutely spot on. So and I just hope we see more of it. The way
I love the way Wayne's downplaying his excitement, because before we came on, he was like 2 points from Liverpool in the league.
No, it is. And listen,
I can't believe you haven't mentioned that already, to be honest.
Yeah, 2 points off Liverpool now, and but no, listen, I really liked the performance, and this so we know the players can do it. We have to see this on a consistent level, and if we don't, then that's why, you know, like myself or other pundits, whatever, we ask questions. We know the players can do it now, so don't switch off. Let's see this again, and let's try and get that guy a haircut. What's his name? The guy who wants 5 wins in a row.
Yeah.
That's what we need to see.